Egypt are the World Cup dark horse everyone should be talking about, and it's not just because of Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, I don't know who Jack Kennedy is, but I think it's time to stop huffing paint. Just joking, Jack, I'm sure you're a great fella. But Egypt are out, which means the Mo Salah hype train can finally be put to bed at this World Cup. Tipped by a few to do bits at this tournament. Do bits? What am I, a 13-year-old KSI subscriber? Their World Cup journey is over after 5 days. 5 days? And from Grant lasted longer than that at a Thai brothel. Hello, welcome to HITC Sport and welcome to day 6 of the World Cup. It was do or die for Egypt against Russia. RIP, by the way, I'll miss the Pharaoh hats. But their panicky desperation in the last game was quite off-putting and reminiscent of a sweaty teenager asking a girl to his first school dance. I know someone who asked a random girl off the bus, and they're still together. No, I think he's in jail for murder. But this was a really rushed performance. Again, being there, lads, and sort of summed up by an own goal turned in by some right back called Fatty. I once played Sunday League with someone of the same name, but that was mostly due to the fact that he hadn't seen his own penis in 6 years. But Liverpool fans are probably delighted that Mo Salah can now return home and put his shoulder on ice for the rest of the summer. I'd say the fans were anxiously watching his every moment in Russia. They're like that kid who flinches every time someone else uses their new toy.
If you break it, I'm going to flush your hamster down the toilet.
To be fair, Egypt weren't up to much at this World Cup. For all the hype, I mean, I do like the look of Trezeguet, even if I do take issue with his name. His name is Mahmoud Hassan. Where are we getting this Trezeguet business from? Apparently he just calls himself that because he seems to think he looks like the French fella. No, is that a thing now? Are we just making up names for ourselves? He doesn't even look like him. He has hair. It's almost like Hulk fashioning a new lifelong name for himself just because he used to read comic books as a kid. Then again, Hulk is more than just a name. He is a world quality finisher. Right?
Someone like Hulk, world class.
Anyway, Denis Cheryshev and Artem Dzyuba sent the hosts wild before Egypt grabbed the consolation through a Salah penalty. The 10th spot kick of the World Cup. Lads, there's been more penalties at this World Cup than there is on Rooney's driving license. I've got to say though, Russia, 8 goals in 2 games. It is impressive. I mean, they haven't exactly looked stunning, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the players' families were tied up in Putin's basement somewhere. But through to the knockout phase before they even have to play Cavani and Suarez, job well done. Poland also took on Senegal. Lads, how are Poland ranked 8th in the world? Above Spain? Like, they were so lackluster against Senegal, it wasn't even funny. I genuinely found myself wondering after 25 minutes, why on earth did I not go to the gym instead? They were ineffective out wide, slow, ponderous through the middle, no movement or creativity. Lewandowski was as neglected as a nun on Tinder. Honestly, this was a game that made me think a 48-team World Cup would be about as much fun as shoving my balls in a vice and squeezing for glory. Like, it doesn't make sense. Because at the moment, it seems to be an even balance of good and bad games at the World Cup, right? You know, games that are thrilling to watch, and then those that make you want to spoon out your eyes with a pair of tweezers. Yes, Iran, I am looking firmly at you. It's like doing your Christmas shopping at the local rubbish dump. You don't really know what you're going to get. Always make sure your presents don't have needles in them. I learned that the hard way. A 48-team World Cup would be like a drug mule when he gets off the plane. You know you're gonna find some gold, but you're gonna have to rifle through a lot of shit first. Disclaimer, don't do drugs, kids. Seriously, don't. Does this look like fun to you? Because to me, she looks like she uses her face as a hoover. But anyway, Senegal took the lead when Thiago Chonek put through his own net. That is the look of a man who knows he just his country's chances right up a ladder. Controversy alert! Gregor Krykovkiak, or Greg as I'm going to call him, I mean, he is literally every commentator's worst nightmare, and West Brom fans. He launches a back pass back to his defender, but at this moment, the linesman deems it appropriate to send Niang back onto the pitch. Suddenly, the centre half is effectively ambushed, and bang bang, it's a goal. I'm sorry, but that linesman should be sent back to read page 1 of how to do football. Thank Christ he's not a fucking traffic controller. He'd be launching school kids at oncoming lorries every 5 minutes. Poland grabbed their consolation through Greg, but it's going to be an uphill battle for them now, in a group that is more unpredictable than Gaza on a night out. But seriously, Poland, I mean, I know the referee you over a little bit, but at least play with a little more urgency. This is a World Cup. The more I watch some of these teams, the more I think Ireland should be there. I mean, we wouldn't do any better, good God no. Cyrus Christie would probably break his ankles the moment Messi looked at him, but at least we'd be great crack.
Who's the sexy girl? La, 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 hey, la, 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 hey. Who's the sexy girl? Who's the sexy girl? La, 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 hey, la, 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 hey. I wanna hold you so much.
What a great bunch of lads. Colombia, Japan next. It was great to see Radamel Falcao back out there again after, missing the party 4 years ago. I was looking forward to Colombia. I mean, they played some great stuff back in 2014. Unearthed Superstars gave us this headline, and who said print media was dead? But it turned into a nightmare. I mean, Shinji Kagawa scored a penalty after 4 minutes. The fact he no longer looks like a malnourished 8-year-old really surprised me. Carlos Sanchez was also sent off. Bit of a disaster for Colombia all round. Who did it back through Juan Quintero's clever free kick. Got the handout to the Japanese Roy Carroll, who actually tried to defend his case against goal line technology. Come on lad, that was further over the line than when Suarez called Evra a nip. What about his reflexes as well? Christ, I've seen lawnmowers move faster than that. Japan tried to make the most of their one-man advantage, but Jesus, I feel sorry for the players' wives because clearly finishing is not their strong point. Chance after chance was wasted until finally, Yuya Osako headed home the winner to give them that surprising victory. That was a great win for Japan. To be honest, I gave them no chance. I really thought they finished rock bottom of the group. Not a hope. And yeah, I mean, the red did change the game completely, but no, they really dug deep, and apart from some wayward finishing, it was a good display. So what do you think, lads? Round 1 of the World Cup is over. We've seen every team play, some even twice, and we even have our first casualty. What are your major takeaways so far? Like, who do you think are going to be the dark horses? Who's your tip to win? Who's going to be the first big gun to get knocked out? Who's going to win the Golden Boot? Who's that up-and-coming star that you want to sign for your club? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today, lads. Join me tomorrow where I'll be recapping another batch of games. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.